Foundation, Bridging the Gap. We are a registered organization in Kenya whose core objective and mandate has been molding, nurturing, motivating, equipping, empowering, and educating the boy child. We are guided by our vision statement, which is writing a transformative narrative for the boy child. We have been consistent and deliberate to ensure that every boy has been given their own opportunity, has been supported to become, through writing the right roadmap for a boy to a manhood, using the available structures, starting at the family level, schools, churches, and other informal sectors, because our boy child is found everywhere. We have also been very loud in saying that the image of a man has to be protected, especially the image of the fatherhood at the family level, because the boy child will need a fatherhood identity as they grow up to be men. We have also been very consistent by telling the fathers, please be available, please be deliberate in growing up with your own children and writing a reference of fatherhood in your own children, and especially the boy child, because it takes a man to make a boy a man, because it's only men who have traveled the journey of manhood right from the boys. Also, we have been very deliberate in louding the voice and telling the men that it is time to be available for the boy child within your space, in your own capacities as role models, right from the fathers, if you're a father, an uncle, a bigger brother, and even a man who is concerned by the wrong and bad statistics where our boy child is heading. Our programming takes care of the boy child of all the ages, and our conversations goes to every man and every boy, because there is a boy in every man. We are guided by our objectives, and we have our own 5 Goal Setters Foundation objectives, and our vision is to ensure that we accomplish and achieve the objectives. And one of the objectives is equipping and endowing the boy child to be able to detaching from everything that thwarts the progress of the boy child, detaching from every threat that has made the progress of the boy child slow or even sometimes impossible. Number 2 objective is deliberate parenting objective, where we reach out to every parent and sensitizing them, and also pleading with them to be available and to be very deliberate to offer quality positive parenting to their children being the sons and their children being the daughters, because we shall need our boys, we will need quality women of their time in the girls, and our girls will need quality men in their time who are our boys today. And the foundation of the human being is the quality of parenting that they receive. So our second objective is on deliberate quality parenting of every child being a daughter and being a son. Our third objective as Goal Setters Foundation is on fatherhood, where we tell the fathers that fathers must be available to grow up with their children, and parenting goes beyond the bed of siring the son and the daughter. And the fathers must be very available and very deliberate, and we engage with fathers and encourage them to offer reference on fatherhood, because our children will leverage on that reference and the experiences they had with their fathers as they were growing up. And fathers, we keep consistently saying that it is time we become deliberate, available, and consistent in making sure that we have offered the right fatherhood experience and reference to our children, without creating fatherhood bitterness, pains, and the wounds and the traumas that come with how fathers behave as their children grow up. Our fourth objective is encouraging and wooing every man who has made it in life to be available to mentor the boy child through their time and through their resources. And I'll be back here to ask with one ask, by asking men to give resources, by asking men to be available, by asking men to go back in the space of the boy child, in mentoring them, in giving their stories, in giving their experiences, and in writing the roadmap to manhood from a perspective of a man, because every man should do something in ensuring that the boy child has been mentored, that the boy child has been educated, that the boy child has been supported to become the man that they ought to become. And our final objective, our objective number 5 as Goal Setters Foundation, is educating the boy child by providing scholarships. And I'll be still back here telling us how much we have achieved and where our boys have been educated by Goal Setters Foundation as a platform in offering the scholarships. One observation that informed this objective is that all the funds that are available to support the needy in this country and the vulnerable in this country are directed to women and girls education. Number 2, if you look at the applications where they are made to support vulnerable children, we have more applications done by the boy child more than the girl child. Unfortunately, we have very few scholarship platforms that aim in educating and supporting the education of the boy child. And those are our 5 objectives as Goal Setters Foundation. And I'll be here with a bit of asks because some of these objectives need everybody's partnership to be able to achieve them. Goal Setters Foundation, bridging the gap. We are guided by 3 pillars, and number 1 pillar is a health pillar, number 2 pillar is education pillar, and number 3 pillar is the mentorship pillar. The 3 pillars is where we anchor our objectives and our activities as we work within the space of adolescence and the space of the boy child. Goal Setters Foundation are bridging the gap. Our conditions that we have been able to address so far through surgery and follow-up to recovery have been hypospadia and epispadia, which are birth conditions. We have been able to deal with balanitis, hydrocele, the testicular torsion that was quite urgent, and descended testicles that we have been able to descend, inguinal and scrotal hernias, and phimosis and balanitis. And therefore, we have been very, very committed in ensuring that our boy child will never be shamed by women of their time because of a condition within their reproductive area and the reproductive organ, simply because we shall be available to correct it before it goes further, and ensuring that these needs are addressed, especially when these children are still young. In their young age, these conditions are very correctable, and we have been loud in advocacy and fighting the stigma on these conditions. Also, we do a lot of health advocacy and education to the boy child themselves on self-examination, especially on the testicles, to be able to understand whether they have both in the right positioned area, that which is scrotum. We fight the stigma, we support the boy child, we link them better to the surgeons who are passionate in dealing with children and in dealing with the conditions of children. Goal Setters Foundation are bridging the gap. Our pillar number 2 is education pillar, where we have been deliberate in educating the boy child through the school system, and so far we have been able to pay school fees and offer scholarship at the secondary level up to the college level and to a certain career pathway for boy child. We have been limited on resources, and for that reason we have not been able to support more, but we are quite cognizant to the fact that the need to support the education of the boy child is bigger than imaginable. Goal Setters Foundation, bridging the gap. Our 3rd and final pillar is on mentorship, which has surely assisted us in achieving our objectives and our vision. Activities in mentorship pillar include parent sensitization, fatherhood forums, boy child forums, and adolescents forums, where we address the key things that has affected the progress of the boy child in the quest of motivating, molding, and empowering them. We have also been very deliberate in saying that a child has to be given an opportunity to be a child and parented to become regardless of their gender. And on this pillar, we are surely grateful to all the platforms which have been schools and which has been churches, which has been seminars organized by different persons, which have always included us in their programming and which have invited us to be facilitators and to be keynote speakers in their programs. And we are grateful that so far we have been able to reach out to a very wide audience physically and even online, simply on matters mentorship, in making sure that everybody plays their critical role in ensuring that our children become and in ensuring that the roadmap of the boy child to a manhood has been well written. Still on the health pillar, we have also been running a boy child rescue program through rites of passage, where the boy child has been undergoing through pain to death, torture during the rite of passage as a community norm. And we have been able to address this, and we shall be on course for the next 5 years in ensuring that we have rewritten that experience and we have written a better narrative that is totally transformative and that is transitioning the boy child as through the rite of passage as a platform without pain, bitterness, and trauma. We are grateful for all who have been able to support us and partner with us to achieve whatever we have been able to achieve so far. Goal Setters Foundation, bridging the gap. As a foundation, we have also been able to identify the key threats to the progress of the boy child, which has been laziness, which has been drug use and abuse, which has been sexual orientations or sexuality matters, and of course the general neglect that the boy child has experienced as they are growing up. Together as a community, we can write a better story and we can give our boy child a better experience right from the families as they become, because the society will demand of them to man up and to be men, and therefore we have to be very deliberate in writing the roadmap, participating in mentoring them, because the society will need nothing less than a man to an expectation of a society. Goal Setters Foundation, bridging the gap. Joki Mwaura is my name, the co-founder of this great organization and this great community platform that has always ensured that the voice of the boy child and our children has been lauded, because they must become by everybody simply doing what they ought to do. Thank you.